Hello and welcome to another episode of Atomic Vinyl Reviews. My name's Jacob and today we have another very exciting unboxing video. So let's get right into it. This should be one of two X Plus figures that I ordered recently actually. I don't get X Plus figures very often, though my collection is slowly growing as you can kind of see around me. But yeah, I ordered from some guy in Australia, which is actually bloody awesome, because I live in Australia, so it's really nice when I can get these things fairly locally, because then I don't have to pay at a very high price for shipping from like the US or Japan, which is where these figures are typically from. So this could either be Baragon, I think a 30cm Baragon, Showa version of course, or this could be a Yuji Sakai 1991, no not one, 2 Godzilla. So we'll see. It's a fairly small box actually for an X Plus figure, so I'm really kind of interested how they fit it in here. But I'm assuming this is Baragon. So let's get this open. Okay. Let's see. We have the magic bubble wrap. And paper, and here's our figure. Okay, you can see that, guys? Let's get it out. See what we got here. Okay, there's some loose little bits. Ah, separate heads and things, I think. There's a tail, right? And another head. Okay, so I guess it doesn't have a head on at the moment. That's probably how they got it all to fit. Okay, yeah. Let's have a look. Nice. Okay, so there's his body. Very nice. There's a little Baragon body, and we have... So this guy has two separate heads with different poses, which is interesting. So let's take a look. It's our first one. Would you look at that? Oh, very cute. I love Baragon. He's like one of the cutest kaiju. So when I saw this one for sale, I just had to go for it. There's one head. And let's see how the other one compares. I think the difference might be the ear placement of how his ears are arranged. Maybe his mouth is closed or open. Actually, no, they just have a subtle difference in the placement of the ears, which is really weird that they actually made two different variants for this, because, you know, you could actually just have one of these, heat it up with a hairdryer, and lift his ears up or down, but they made two separate heads. So I'm not sure if this is the Rick Boy version, if it has the two separate heads, or if it's just a standard version that just came with two heads. Because I have never had a Rick Boy version of any of these figures, because they're always a little more pricey, but this one is for a pretty good deal. Didn't come with the box though, of course, as you see before you, but so far so good either way. Part of me is kind of happy it didn't come with the box, only because I don't have room for boxes anymore, really, but because if I had the box, then I couldn't bear to damage it and like cut off just the front panel and throw away the rest, because it's part of such a, you know, X Plus figures, very expensive, very fancy figures in my eyes, so I couldn't bear to throw away any part of it, including the box. So part of me is a little relieved, but the other part's a little sad that it doesn't come with a box. But regardless, there's our tail. Very cool. I need a hairdryer to put it on, but which head should we use? Both of them are so cute, so I can't really... Actually, it looks like the horns are also a little different. I'm not sure if that's like intentional or if it was just bent accidentally. But the one with the ears up has a more curved up horn as well, as the one with the ears down has a more forward-facing horn. So that's a little difference there. There are subtle differences in both of the faces besides just the ears, by the looks of it. There you got a nice little look at his face. One thing I really like about Baragon 2 is he's a far more mammalian sort of looking kaiju. He reminds me a lot of those sort of mammals that have scales on them, like I forget what they're called, but like, you know, armadillos and there's pangolins, that sort of thing. He reminds me of that. He has that sort of a more mammalian-looking face. And actually an original kaiju, which I came up with back when I was in primary school, just when they made us like write little stories and stuff, was actually quite strongly based off Baragon design-wise. And yeah, really loving this thing. Just the folds and the textures in the suit are really cool and look really accurate in this thing. So I don't have a hairdryer on hand. I'll do a full review of this guy at some point. So I'm not going to put him together in this video, but just kind of show you guys what he looks like that. And we can bring in the Revoltech. Jeez, or we can throw him on the ground. We can bring in the Revoltech Baragon, which is my only other Baragon figure. And there we go. Well, at least it's my only other version of this Baragon. I have a little Gashapon, tiny, not Hasty, Millennium Baragon, but that one's so small and tiny that it doesn't really count, really. But yeah, very, very similar, actually, these two figures. Very cool. Oh, awesome. And this guy's gonna look great if you're doing like a Destroy All Monsters scene. And we got our, you know, Anguirus for an going with him, for example. I love that. Oh, man. X Plus figures are always so special to get, because they really take the designs and take them to another level. And one thing I love about a kaiju like Baragon is he's just such I think like a very underrepresented kaiju. He's not very well known amongst like non-hardcore Godzilla fans, really. But he's such a cool looking one, and just those, especially the Showa designs, they were so great and so original with their kaijus. They all sort of felt really strongly like they came from this one universe, and just had that very unique sort of design that I love. So yeah, that's probably it for this little quick unboxing. I'm gonna try and do a full review of this guy eventually, and got a bunch of other figures that also need their full reviews done as well. So hopefully I'll be able to get all of those out to you guys soon. But yeah, thanks so much for checking out this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because that is always bloody awesome when you guys do that. And yeah, if you have any comments and stuff to say, put them down in the comment section below. I always do my best to try and get to every comment, and it's really great to be able to engage with you guys down there. And yeah, that's it for this video. May all your vinyl be irradiated vinyl. Over and